Hey everyone, Michael here, and today I wanted to share with you 8 tips, tricks, and techniques that I personally have learned when dealing with PS4 game backups. Again, all of this has been tested on 9.00. Let's go. So the very first one here is going to be all about you can't install retail updates when you're using fake packages. Okay, so let's press the option button on our controller and we will get this menu. Let's go ahead and go to where it says information, and there you can see it's actually at version 1.00. Okay, so if we head back and we go into our notifications, you'll be able to see that it has already downloaded and tried to install the update, which is version 1.29. So here it does say it cannot install. And we can actually kick off the installer again by pressing the options button on our controller and then go into view error info and then hidden retry. And it will give us that same exact message, which is that it cannot install. So the short of this is that while you have a fake package, you cannot go in and you cannot install retail packages. They are just not compatible. And so that moves us into tip number 2, which is don't waste your bandwidth downloading them. So let's go ahead and let's take a game that I have went ahead and installed, and this is Last of Us Part 2. So this is a fake package file, and if I hit the options button on my controller, I can scroll down and I can go to where it says information, and I can see that this is on 1.07. Okay, and I know that there is actually a 1.09 update that's currently available. Now, even though I've got this fake package installed, if I check for updates, then somebody's still going to think that this game needs an update. So let's check that out. Let's go and press the options button again, and we're going to check for update, and it says that an update is available. Okay, so now it wants us to head over to the downloads, and in the downloads we can see that it is starting to download this 5 gigabyte file. Now, first off, let's go ahead and let's stop this from downloading. So we'll hit the options button, and we're going to go cancel and delete. Keep in mind, we just stopped that update from running. So if we come back over here and we try to run the game again, then it's actually going to start that download again. So let's start the game. And there it is. It's saying added to downloads. Okay, so let's get back out of the game here. And let's go ahead and go back into our notifications. And let's just cancel that. And delete. And yes. Okay, so let's head over to our settings. And now let's go into network and set up internet connection. It's going to say, how do you want to connect? We're going to use a LAN cable, and we're going to go custom, automatic, do not specify, and for DNS, this is going to be manual. Now, I'm going to punch in the primary DNS and the secondary DNS. And the short of what this is going to do is this is going to prevent Sony's servers from reporting back that there is an update that is available for the game. So we'll no longer get the automatic download event happening. Okay, so once you have that in there, you can go ahead and continue out of the rest of these prompts and then hit test internet connection, and it is successful. Okay, so we'll go back and we will check our information again. Okay, 1.07, and let's check for an update, and it says it cannot connect to the server. So okay, and let's just try to launch the game again. Okay, so this time the game is launching and we did not get a message stating that it's trying to download the update. And the third one here is that retail games that you go out and you purchase, they're going to run just as good as they did before you did the jailbreak. So in this instance, I have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. As you can see, it's got the little disc icon. This game will update and will play just like it always has. The jailbreak won't affect it. And I can launch this disk just like normal. Now, keep in mind that we just made some changes to our DNS server. So those are also going to affect any other game. So again, this is my retail disk. I go check for update, and now it absolutely cannot find the update because it can't connect to the servers. So go ahead and you can go back into settings and then back down into network. And from here, you'd have to remove those DNS settings that we specified earlier. And so tip number 4 is all about learning how to manage your game updates with a little bit of homebrew. So I'm going to go into my homebrew folder here, and we're going to go to where it says patch installer. We're going to hit OK. We're going to go down to where it says Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. So this again is running at 1.09. I can come in here and I can see 1.08 or 1.09. Now I could delete the currently installed patch, which is 1.09, and I could go back to 1.08 if I wanted to. But if we go back and let's just say we go back into The Last of Us Part 2, we can see that this one has patches all the way up to 1.09. And if I decided to say, okay, well, I'm currently at 1.07, I'm still using fake packages, could I use this application to go in and to grab patch 01.09, and would this work? Are you sure you want to install the patch? It says, please note the patch installer serves retail patches which are incompatible with package games, fake package games. And if you continue the installation here, it won't be able to find it because again, we have those DNS servers that are blocking it. Tip number 5 is all about, is a package fake or a real package? So there is a very easy way to determine this, and it's by using an application that's simply called PS4 Explorer. So if you don't have this, I'll leave a link below. So we're going to open this up, and I am going to go down into my USB drive, and I'm going to pick this package here, and I'm going to press X. And so here it says, hey, The Last of Us Part 2 1.00, it is a fake. And another quick tip is that you can install packages directly from this application with the X button. And I have another package here that I believe is official. So there we go. It says Part 2 1.00. So this is an official update. Now you know how to check whether it is real or fake. And tip number 6 is all about, these games are absolutely large for the PlayStation 4, or a majority of them are. And so what you can do is that you can add on an additional USB hard disk drive, and you can move your games from storing that game on the system storage over to a USB hard disk drive. Go into settings and then devices, and then we're going to go to USB storage devices. Okay, and so I have plugged in my 8 gigabyte USB thumb drive into my PlayStation 4. So it is saying right here on this screen, it says to install applications on the device, it must be formatted as extended storage. So there is this option down here at the bottom that says format as extended storage. And so what I've done is I've left a USB drive that's about 8 gigabytes in the PlayStation 4 here, just so you can see what this looks like. I'm going to go format, and there is a couple of key things to note here. So you're going to need USB 3.0 or later, and at least 250 gigabytes. So it goes up to 8 terabytes. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to remove my 8 gigabyte drive, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in a 500 gigabyte USB drive. And okay, the new drive has been plugged in, and we can see that this is USB 3.0. And now I'm going to select format as extended storage. That when you do this, any of the data that's already on that disk will be deleted. So from here, let's go ahead and hit the next button and then format. And we're going to hit yes here. And one quick thing to note before we leave this screen is that applications will be installed to that new USB extended storage device. Okay, so let's head back to our devices and then storage, and we're going to go into system storage, and let's go back up to where it says applications. When it says applications, let's go to Sonic Mania. There we go. This is a fake package, and we'll hit O here. And we're going to hit the options button and we're going to select move to extended storage. Okay. We're going to select it and then press the move button and then okay. Looks like it has been moved. Okay. And so we can go and test that out now. So let's go to Sonic Mania. This is again with the USB attached. Okay. The game is loading properly. Okay, so let's try running this with the USB unplugged. Unplugged our USB drive. Let's go back into the game. And it says it cannot find the application. As you will note here, it does have a little exclamation mark saying that there is a problem now with this game. Until you plug back in your USB drive, it will not run again. So we'll try to run it, and we're going to need to repair very quickly here. And that should go away, and now we should run the game. And again, the game works perfectly. And tip 7 builds on tip 6, meaning that while you just took a game and you put it on your USB hard drive, you can actually take that same game that was on your USB drive and copy it back over to your system hard disk drive. So let's take a look at how we would do that. Okay, let's go to our settings and we're going to scroll down. We're going to go back into our storage, this time on our extended storage, applications, and then Sonic. And we're going to hit the options menu and then move to system storage. And we're going to select it and then press move. Okay. And now it is showing that there is nothing on the extended storage device because we've taken that game and we've put it back on the system storage. We can now play that game with the USB detached and the game works very well. And so for tip number 8, I really was debating about adding this in here or not, but I decided to keep it, and that's simply because this is an option that's called App to USB, which will take all of your applications and your games and will dump them all to your USB drive. It does have to be formatted in exFAT format. There's a ton of options for this application. I would even consider this as maybe an app that's for advanced users. But we'll just take the defaults here. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to run this thing. We got a payload received. It says it's running the app now. For some reason, I went into Sonic Mania. Gives us a couple of warnings there. And so here it'll give us a couple of pop-ups that tells us what the progress looks like. Okay, so this one is dumping the Sonic game at this point, which is 7023. Again, we can simply go back into our PS4 Explorer and we'll navigate over to our USB stick. And this is the actual package that I used to install Sonic. So we're going to click on that package. And so it does report that this is a fake package, but the title ID ends in that 7023. So we can go ahead and we can take a look and see what it just added to our hard disk. So let's go to PS4. And as you can see right here, it's already dumped a whole number of different applications. We're going to go to 7023, which again is Sonic. And from here, you can see we've got a package file along with we've got several different icons. So we'll maybe take the share one, which is just the Sega image. Let's take this other one, which is just the background. There's the icon, but we do have our PKG up at the very top that would allow us to reinstall that at another time. And thank you so very much for watching. Please subscribe. It helps me out a ton in the algorithms, and this channel is finally getting noticed. I've been doing lots of other content that's on consoles and console security. So I greatly appreciate those that are sharing and spreading these videos. That's it for today. Class is dismissed.